Good day, guys. By now, I'm going to go ahead and assume that most of you have seen the 30 kill game I got yesterday, which was absolutely insane, which had a lot to do with some insane luck that I'm not going to deny is definitely apparent in games with that insanely high kills. But there's also a lot of skill involved in it as well that I want to go over. This is a gameplay I got just earlier, which is an extremely good example of that. Now, to kick this video off, I'm going to have to go ahead and address all the stupid people, because unfortunately, there will be like a slight percent of stupid people that watch this video. So I'm going to have to address something, and that is that every single platform, PS4, Xbox, PC, has good and bad players. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and get into an argument about which platform is better and which platform is worse, because quite frankly, it's a stupid argument. It doesn't matter which region you're from or which platform you're on. There are players on every single platform in every single region that are capable of dropping 20 plus, 30 plus kill games, absolute beasts. And if you're not one of them right now, that's not a problem. There's nothing stopping you from being one of those players. And please don't be the stupid guy that makes the argument that their region is harder simply because they're not at that skill level yet. There is an ancient saying that is definitely true, that if you can't find the potatoes, you are the potato. It does not matter what skin color you are, where you were born. That does not determine how good or bad you are at a video game. And if you think otherwise, please click off the video now, because quite simply, you have the mental capacity of a chimpanzee if you think people of other race somehow, just because of their skin pigmentation, are better or worse at something. So now, if you do fall into that category, please click off the video, because I want to get right into the video on how to go about getting 30 kills and how to make it possible. Now, by no means do I think I'm some Apex superstar, the best Apex player ever, some insane beast. That is, like, literally quite the opposite. I'm just a dude that enjoys video games. I've been doing it for years. By no means do I think I'm the best at the game. That is literally the worst mentality to have. People that think they're the best at something will never get close to being the best at something, because they'll never realize their mistakes and improve because of their mentality. Now, the best way to get good at something, in my opinion, is by first sucking, but realizing that you're sucking and learning from your mistakes. Someone that I have heaps of respect for, and in my opinion is one of the best players in the game, a lot better than me, is Daltouche. He's the #1 ranked console player, and guess what? He's died a lot of friggin' times. And the fact that he has died and failed so many times is the reason that is so good, because he can learn from mistakes and do things differently. So now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about excuses, which I know I'm guilty of, and I'm pretty sure most of us are, and that's making excuses for why we died, how we died, or what went wrong. It's quite easy to make an excuse. He was lagging, Pathfinder, which are sometimes genuine reasons, but there are times that they're definitely not. And even though sometimes there can be issues, there's always something you could have done differently or something you could have done better, and it's about realizing that and not making as many excuses. Now, up until this point, I haven't talked much to do with technical gameplay aspects, but I do believe that mentality is one of the most important things, and realizing that you need to improve and wanting to improve can help you out tremendously. But I also want to prove a point that I brought up earlier in this video, so I'll have to cut to live gameplay.
I can hear you.
Yeah, the sweaty little nerd is weak as well with purple armor. Come on! I'm just gonna heal 20 bomb, by the way. I could tell this guy was a sweat straight away. He should have killed me. People always are like, oh, you always first the worst players when you go for high kill games, but it's just because I melt people so quickly. I got 30 kills yesterday in the comment section. Like, it's just so dumb. Now, back to what we were talking about. Most of the comment section was amazing and you guys showed so much support, but the select few minorities standed out that made excuses about things we talked about earlier. Now, let's jump into the gameplay again and go through what I'm thinking. I've got 11 kills right now, nothing crazy. But there's still a lot of people left because I've been getting these kills pretty damn quickly, and I'm about to fight a squad I heard and rushed over to. I spotted them and they spotted me, so instead of rushing out into the open where there was literally no cover and taking all three of them on at the same time, I waited for them to rush me, and that is where I get my first kill. And after that, I know there's only 2 guys left and I know where one of them is, so I push up, laser him, and then get absolutely beamed from high ground from the last guy, but somehow manage to turn it off and absolutely destroy his life. In that last fight, I had 80 HP me and the other player had a full 200. The R99 is such a good gun for melting, but it's really important to work on your accuracy to be able to one-clip enemies like that, because if I had missed a few shots there, I was most definitely dead. Now, the player I absolutely destroyed, guess what? He wasn't new to the game. You can look at his badge right there on the screen, and it's Max Battle Pass. He had experience. It wasn't a noob. It wasn't a rookie. But when you're going for these high kill games and you're literally turning up and playing the best that you can, it sometimes makes the other players look like potatoes. So I can sort of understand some people pulling out the noob excuse card. At this point in time, everything has gone solid in my favor. My rotations have been on point and there's still enough people alive to get 30 kills, but I need to play hyper aggressive. For 30 kills, an insane number like that, you need to play to the point where you're putting yourself at a disadvantage and just charging into the enemies with 99.9% of the time without your teammates. Because at the pace you need to play at to be successful at getting the insanely high kill games, most of your teammates will not be able to keep up with you. I had one teammate on my team with over 1,000 kills with Lifeline, and usually good players can keep up with me, but when I'm going for high kill gameplays, I play at a suicidal pace, which is extremely risky because I'm putting myself at a disadvantage a lot of the time, and even the really good players will not be able to keep up with me, so I'm doing it by myself. This is where a lot of luck comes into the higher kills, whether you run into a full 3-man out in the open and just screw yourself over, whether you get there on third party, a lot of luck is involved. And also the players you come across, are they MLG amazing or are they straight couch potatoes like the people I came up behind? All the map rotations, skills, and different plays you can make versus a team is something you learn yourself and you can see what other people do. I watch a lot of other high skill players that play Apex and learn a lot from watching them, but also learn a lot from playing the game. Don't ever expect to wake up one morning and suddenly drop 30 kills every game, because let's be honest, that's never gonna happen. It's all about wanting to improve, knowing you can improve, and working on things so you do improve. There's nothing stopping anybody from dropping 30 kills. Whether you're not at that stage yet, because you can improve to that point if you have the right mentality. And even the most unlucky people in the world get lucky sometimes, otherwise there would be no such thing as unlucky. Now, while we're on the topic of unlucky, I'm in a gunfight with somebody I've already done over 50 damage to, but as you can see by the indicator on your screen, I'm starting to get shot in the back because I'm absolutely surrounded and there's nothing I can do about it. Let's cut back to the live gameplay. This full setting me, I'm surrounded. No. I got one guy weak, they're thirsting me. This is a sweats, please clap them, dude. These are like the 3,000 kill sweats. If I was a 1v1 there, I would have clapped him so easy, but he shot me in the back. In the time that it already killed 2 teams in that area, my team had only just arrived, so I got surrounded by that 3rd team, and that is where this story comes to an end. We came across some good players. I was salty, I was slightly triggered because I wanted 30 and I could have easily got it. If things had gone slightly different, slightly luckier in my favor, and the guy didn't shoot me in the back, I was definitely going to win the fight against the Mirage, but his friend did way too much damage to me. Normally that gameplay would be thrown in the bin and forgotten about, but I thought it was a good representation and a good example of what I wanted to go over and how much luck and skill is involved in these high kill games. And I think that gameplay also proves not every high kill gameplay relies on everyone being potatoes, because you're bound to come across good players like we did multiple times in that game. But when your main goal is to kill the other team as quickly as possible and move on to the next team, you can sometimes make the good players look like straight potatoes. Now, the main skills to have when you're going for high kill games, I've gone over in previous videos. One of the main ones, I made a whole video about recoil control, which is how you can control most of the guns in this game, whether you're on PC or on PlayStation, to the point where you can reduce their recoil so they look and feel like laser beams. And that's a skill everybody can learn and use, so I'm not going to talk about it in this video. But movement, positioning, and accuracy are things to definitely work on when you're next going for your personal best high kill game. They're the things you should work on. But honestly, your mentality and your attitude and how quickly you improve because you're working on certain things is more important than everything else I talked about in this video. You can have doo-doo aim, you can have doo-doo movement, you could be the guy that stands still out in the open, but if you work towards improving and somebody else that is already good at the game that thinks is a superstar that isn't working on improving, you can overtake that guy and be better than him in no time. And the last and most important thing to learn is to have some goddamn fun, and who cares how many kills you get, just work on improving while having some fun. You don't have to drop 20 kill games to have fun on this game. It's all down to you and how you decide you want to play the game. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it changed your perspective maybe. And make sure you goddamn drop a thumbs up and subscribe, because this video would have upset a lot of people because I wasn't scared about speaking straight facts at the start of the video. It definitely upset the select minority that are most definitely gonna put a dislike on this video simply because they believe they're MLG superstars and that they just get unlucky or other people get it easier than they do. Anyway, have a wonderful day, guys. Peace out. I'll see you guys in the next one.